Hey beauties, morning to you. Beautiful people, I want to encourage you on something. If you're going to do something for somebody, do it without expecting anything positive or negative in return, because I don't want you to think that I'm suggesting that you should expect negative, but I want you to also be aware of the reality of life. A lot of people are ungrateful. You think it is only just the children of Israel that were ungrateful? People talked about, their complaining spirit. They weren't only complainers. They were ungrateful. They had no ingratitude in them. They never remembered. They saw miracles that many of us would love to see in this 21st century. They saw immediate provision from God. With the manna falling from heaven, the quails coming. If you understand quails don't leave anywhere that has no water, to come into a desert. Quails don't do that. They depend on it, and God in his infinite power and love allowed that to happen so that they could get meat. But the meat became too much for them, that they said that meat was just coming through their nose because they complained so much. So God could not, give them with sort of, he's an affectionate God, but I understand. If you have somebody who is a complainer and is ungrateful, you might give them the thing, but you don't feel that sort of wonderful affection to give it to them. You give it to them out of just being the kind of individual that you are. As opposed to if somebody is being grateful, you give them with all pleasure. People are not grateful. You could be the best to them for a while. You just need one adverse situation to happen, or you need to confront them on something that you think, in a respectful manner that you think is not good, and you say, you know what, there's an issue that I'm having, so you let me tell you something. You will say, well, what pumpkin belly. People are ungrateful, be it family members. It can be a mother, it can be a father, it can be a child, it can be a spouse, it can be an auntie, it can be an uncle. It doesn't matter. A friend, a co-worker, boss, CEO, manager, supervisor. The people are not grateful. A lot of people, they live in a bad manner. When I say bad manner, I'm not talking about bad man the way their mind is bad. Their mind is bad. So they naturally, it doesn't matter, they see things in the negative. They just want it to just slip. You don't have to even slide. And you'd be surprised that this is a person that you did something grandiose and great for and to. People are not grateful. You notice that people don't even praise people for things that they do for them. You might hear a thank you, but the thank you is very wishy-washy. It's half-hearted. It is treated like when the scripture says, those who sow sparingly reaps that way. You think it's only like just giving some cash or kind? It is your attitude towards things, how you treat people. A truly grateful and humble person, you see it in terms of the blessing of God upon their lives, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, how they speak about others. Even when things are bad, they will say, you know what? I'm grateful that this person did such and such for me. I'm not saying that they're not humans and they won't slip up from time to time. But people are not grateful. Don't look to receive similar, especially from those who you would have given to. People are not grateful. People are not grateful. They don't recall. When they may recall, if you had done something for them over the years and for some reason you leave because of their behavior, or you migrated or whatever, and they realize, oh my God, it starts to come to their minds, my God, when Toni-Ann was here, this happened for me, that happened for me. This was able to be done. They can't see it because their eyes are mucky. The mote is in their eyes. They cannot see. The blinders, that are on their faces or on their eyes. Sorry. Don't look for people to give back to you. Just give and just move on. Give, move on. Allow God in his own infinite love and affection and grace and mercy and compassion and all the wonderful attributes to reward you, to remunerate you, to give back to you. Don't look for people to do that. People are not grateful. And when I say that, I don't mean every human being. I'm talking in general. You could be the best person. How many days in a year? 365. And if it's a leap year, 366. Let's just use a leap year, for example. If there was a leap year, you could be good to somebody 365 days of the year. One day you're not as great. Maybe it's just human. It's just human. My Lord. they would make it seem as if the 365 days you were not good and just one day. I've seen it, beautiful people. You could be even the best worker. You could be somebody who goes above and beyond. You just make a mistake. Oh my God. You become the worst worker. You could be the best child to a parent. If that's a narcissistic mother or father, you just need to slip and you see their heart. Their heart will come out, you know. It cannot hide, you know. It cannot be hidden. You'd be the best friend to somebody, the best cousin, the best sister, the best. You just need, or sometimes you need to, that's why I believe in the same way, it's a test every spirit. Sometimes you need to test, you know, to see the hearts of people, you know. You have to do that, people, or you'll get licked. You have to have discernment. If something is suspicious and you pray about it, test it. Employ Solomon's thing sometimes. You know, his hypothesis and his methodology. So you have the two mothers came. One, you know, you had two mothers, and one night one baby died. Right? And the other one snuck in and stole the other woman's baby. And she woke up and, you know, realized her baby's missing. So I guess, let us say, for example, she walked in and she realized, but that's my baby. And she go out and she realized and said, all right, well, let's go before the court, so to speak. Solomon says, whose baby is this? Both women said, my baby. And both are adamant. And then take God off of the cross, put him up back, take him off, put him up back, take him off. So, all right, okay, we're going to remedy this. And God in his infinite wisdom just poured that upon Solomon. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Solomon said, tell you what. All right. Both of you says it's your child. All right. I don't know it's whose, but I'm going to do something. So both of you benefit. I'm going to cut this child. Get my sword. I'm going to cut this child in half and give you each a part of the child. And the wrong mother, fake mother, the person who is not the child, will say, yes, sir, I'm with you on that. I support that wholeheartedly. And the real mother said, no, sir, please, I beg you, don't kill my child. Please, give it to her. I'd rather you do that than my child dies. And says Solomon, see, solved. You are the mother. Because only a mother would emit love like that. Similarly, beautiful people, test people. I'm not saying that you need to. Don't push people. And when I say test, if there's something that is concerning and you want to know if somebody has aught against you or somebody, you know, is not really for you, I'm not saying that you must create something negative that will create some sort of strife, really, you know, but you have to find ingenious ways, pray about it, say, God, help me to find out if this person is for me or not. There's something, I'm getting a bad vibe, I'm seeing some actions that are not adding up. I don't want to misjudge the situation, so guide me the right way. Give me even a similar or close to a similar wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of how to handle a situation. Believe you, maker, people, he will reveal to you. People are not grateful in general. People are not nice. Many people are not nice. You stay there. You think it's a pretty face or an ugly face, and don't judge by the face. Because some people are pretty and their inside is pretty. Both the inside and the outside. Some people are, you know, back in the day, people used to say that when you see people very beautiful on the outside, they are not nice. That's not a true statement in all cases. I've seen people who have a very ugly face and their actions are ugly. It's synonymous. It links. There's a symbiotic relationship between the two. Ugly face, ugly inside. They look, their inside is a replica of what you see on the outside. I've seen that. And similarly, there are people who are beautiful on the inside and it shows on the outside. And one of the things that you need to understand is that if you're beautiful on the inside and physically the attributes that we consider beauty, it may not be as what the universal standard says. However, because you're consistently nice, there's something that radiates about you. You become attractive nevertheless. You become attractive. People are not grateful. That was one of the biggest problems with the children of Israel. It's not just complaining. It was just that they were ungrateful. And they had a bad mind. They had no respect for Moses. They had no respect and regard for God. See, as Moses gone for however long they're up in the mountain there with God. And the people them convinced Aaron to use the jewelry and everything and make a golden calf for them to serve. They were wishy-washy, to and fro kind of people. Box boat. Don't look back. You look to God. Trust God. Give with a willing heart. Give to the best of your ability. Don't look for the people are ungrateful. I'm telling you. And if you look back, you're going to be somebody most miserable. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.